Right, as usual, excuse the mess. We have made a little bit of progress. So I've cut a hole in my old raised pond. So, in case you didn't know, this is used to be a big raised koi pond, raised 2 foot and sunken down 2.5 foot in the ground. So we closed that down in October due to various reasons. So yesterday we got round to cutting a big opening. So I've got a fish tank here that's in the way a bit, but that is got nowhere else to store that at the moment, so it's just sitting there. But yeah, so I managed to cut a hole. Managed to borrow a angle grinder off a mate at work and cut that. That was fun because obviously with a pond, the walls got to be pretty thick. So when we had this made, it was the concrete blocks were laid on their side for extra strength. Nice thick wall. So that is interesting trying to cut through that. Took a few hours, let's say, but yeah, we got it done. So we cut the blocks for the opening. Temporarily, I just laid the blocks down as a sort of step down. So it's not ideal. I will be making some nice wooden steps for the open. So this is going to be like a sunken sitting area for summer. It's going to be, I'm toying with the idea of sort of just rendering the walls and painting them white, sort of Mediterranean style, and we'll have some potted plants sitting area and a little fire pit. But yeah, so we've got easy access now anyway, because before I was having to use the step ladder to get in and out. So we've got an easy access now to the polytunnel. I've got it open today. It was another frosty night last night, so it is sunny today and very still. There's no wind, so we've got the door open because we all know polytunnels, you know, you get a lot of condensation on the inside, so there's a lot of damp, and also being sunken, and a sand base to this at the moment, so that obviously holds moisture. So we need to get as much airflow in there as we can. I don't even put a fan in here because that's just too wet. So we've got to be careful what sort of plants we keep in here, because a lot of plants will rot off and not do well in such damp, cold conditions. But we're monitoring them. Obviously we've got the canners which have all died back, and we know it just potted up anyway, just because I had to dig them up and move them. But yeah, most of the plants in here, you know, are pretty fine. Even got the parlour palm, indoor palm. I don't know, that might pull through, might not. Not too concerned. We've got a thermometer in here. This is obviously reading false at the moment, just dead in the sun. It's saying 31 degrees. It's not correct at all. Let's get that in the shade. But interestingly, the minimum temperature, so this was last night, got down to -2.1. So that's pretty cold. None of the pots are frozen through. There's actually no ice formed in the pots at all. It seems okay in that sense. Like I say, most of these are hardy plants anyway, which are just been potted up for various reasons and brought in here. But there's a couple that are more tender. So we've got the Cyathea cooperi in the corner, which the fronds have browned off. Some of the lower fronds are still green, so I'm sure that'll be fine. Livingstone chinensis been absolutely fine, even in the cold and really sort of damp conditions. And yeah, got no damage on the leaves on that at all. So that's definitely one I'll be putting in the ground next year. And I will put some overhead protection over winter for that, because they're quite a slow growing palm and they do take damage. I mean, even though we've got down to -2.1 in here, you're not getting a frost on the leaves, and the frost, that biting frost accumulating on the leaves, is the thing that damages them, not necessarily just the cold temperatures. As we can see, the leaves are still looking perfectly intact, so the cold's not so much an issue. That'll just need overhead protection, that'll be fine. Right, yeah, so really just a quick one, just to say that we have got the opening, so I can get in and out, easy access. It's going to make life a lot easier for me rather than going up and down a step ladder to get in and out. So that's a step closer to, or a step in the process of converting this into a seating area. Obviously I'm going to have the polytunnel set up throughout the spring to get stuff started off early in here. I've got plenty of space. Obviously a lot of these plants are going to come out, and I'll probably have lots of seeds and propagations going in here for the spring, so that won't be till, I don't know, maybe end of May, June time before this polytunnel come down, and we can actually get stuck into creating a actual seating area, which is supposed to be. I've still got to take apart. I've got a big filtration system at the back here near the fence, which I've got to break down, but I'm toying with the idea that we've got some big filter boxes at the back there, so I might leave them in place and just plant them up with some sort of bog plants and maybe collocaceas and that sort of thing. But yeah, so it did get cold, and we can see I've got a black tub full of water here, and we have got a bit of ice on that, as we can see. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, I can't. So we have got a thin layer of ice on that, so it did get cold. So yeah, I think I'll do a separate video after this one, just to have a walk around the garden and see what's going on elsewhere. Right, thanks for watching.